Hello, hello, hello to all of my Capricorns. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a complete breakdown of why all Capricorns are not the same. You know how you can know like three different Capricorns and then you say, wait a second, um, they're not the same. Like this one seems this way, this one seems that way, this one seems this way, but there's a reason for that, okay? And hopefully I can offer you an explanation as to why they aren't the same. By the way, your card in tarot, Capricorn, is the devil card. What this means in tarot is it represents being seduced by the material world and physical pleasures, also living in fear, domination, and bondage, being caged by an overabundance of luxury. Discretion should be used in personal and business matters. So a lot of times when I pull this card, it's attached to addiction. And I know I mentioned that about like a couple of people, exes were addicted to them and so on and so forth. So when we pull that card and we see that, but it's also fear and doubt. Okay, so it can mean that you're fearful or doubtful of some things if it happens to come up in the cards when I pull the cards for you. But this card is associated with the Capricorn. Now, when we're speaking specifically about sun signs, okay, for this particular teaching, when we're talking about the difference between the Capricorns, people typically are talking about your sun sign, whether they realize it or not. Like this, because we're all governed by ruling planets, So, for instance, the basic character traits for the Capricorn, according to the sun sign, is that they're loyal, that they're hardworking, that they're team players, ambitious, very classy, responsible, self-disciplined, self-controlled, and they're also good managers. Okay, and so the Capricorn falls in that earth element sign, which is a journey to money and wealth. Okay, and so when we talk about the difference between, you can, like I said, you can know three Capricorns and they are different in certain areas. Not too off, but different in certain areas. So, for instance, all of the Capricorns would be responsible. They'll be good managers. They have self control. They're self disciplined. They are loyal, hardworking, team players, classy, ambitious, all those things. So, every Capricorn you know, those are the dominant traits, okay? Follow me here. So, in astrology, every astrological sign is broken down into three parts. Those three parts are considered decans or decans, okay? The word decanant derived from the Greek word dekanoi. And that word means 10 days apart. And I'll explain what I mean. So, for instance, Capricorn, if your birthday falls between December 22nd and December 31st, how many days in between December 22nd and December 31st? 10 days, right? Your keyword is responsibility. And your ruling planet is Saturn, but your sub-ruling planet is also Saturn. So Saturn is the planet of discipline. And if you fall in the first decadent, it's both your ruler and sub-ruler planet. So again, your key word, if your birthday falls between December 22nd and December 31st, is responsibility. So Saturn, which is the planet of discipline, it gives you a serious Mayan and a talent for handling responsibility. You are precise and orderly and generally don't trust others to look after details. When you undertake a task, you complete it to the best of your ability. Once you've set your mind on your goal, you are relentless and determined. There's a quiet force to your personality. Other people are always aware of your presence. You are both subtle and aggressive. You have an instinct for knowing how far you can push. Ambition usually motivates you, for you are never content to being an underling. Love brings out your affectionate and demonstrative nature. When aroused, you are a passionate person. So again, that's if you fall in the first decadence. Remember, and this is only applying to your sun sign, because your sun sign is how other people see you, okay? So some of this may resonate with you, some of it may not resonate with you, but again, this is how others see you, okay? So that's for my Capricorns if your birthday falls between December 22nd and December 31st, okay? So if you're in the second decadence, your birthday is between January 1st through January 10th. The key word for you is fairness. Your sub-ruling planet is Venus. Venus is the planet of love. So Venus softens Saturn's stern influence and gives a gentleness and serenity to your personality. People respond to your warmth and charm. Venus here also indicates an interest in beauty and design and perhaps some creative ability. In your work, you are practical and persistent. You are a doer who does not waste precious time. You enjoy periods of solitude to read, think, explore new subjects. Possibly you carry on a large correspondence, for you write well. Travel holds fascination for you. Your lover, family, and friends take first place in your heart. You are devoted to their wants and needs. You are reticent about your feelings. Love is a deep emotion, and you don't readily speak of it. So that's if you're in the second decadence, okay, Capricorn? Again, your birthday would be between January 1st through January 10th. Now, if you're in the third decadence, your birthday falls between January 11th through January 19th. Your keyword is honor. Your planetary sub-ruler is Mercury. Remember, your sub-ruler is an enhancement to what we already know about you. We already know you're responsible, you're self-disciplined, you have good self-control, you're a good manager. You know, all those wonderful things that I spoke of, those dominating character traits because of your sun sign and how other people see you. So, again, if your birthday falls between January 11th through January 19th, Mercury, planet of mental energy, adds impetus to your discipline of Saturn. You have a quick intellect and flexibility of character that allows you to adapt to different people and situations. When you give your word, you stick to it. You treat others fairly with respect. Friends and admirers are drawn to your spiritual nature. You are an idealist and a dreamer, but when motivated, you are a very hard worker. Money and material comforts are important to you, and you usually quickly spot where your best financial interests lie. You are a person of deep desires, though this may not be apparent on the surface. Life is often marked by struggle to fulfill your inner needs. Again, with your decans or your decadence, this is attached to your sun being the most powerful, the sun being the most powerful planet. The sun actually gives us life, it gives us food, it gives us energy. The sun being the most powerful planet. And that's why when people approach you, they're not asking what your moon, Venus, and rising is, because most people wouldn't know what those were anyway. People are asking about your sun sign because it is the most powerful planet. Even though, hint, hint, we know, Capricorn, that the sun and moon are not planets, they're luminaries. But in astrology, we say planets, okay? So, but yeah, that is how other people see you. And that is why the devil card is associated with the Capricorn. Again, the Capricorn is an earth sign, and earth signs, which are Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, your journey to money and wealth. Okay, so that's what I have for you, for my Capricorns. And again, this is how other people see you. So some of this may resonate, some of it may not resonate. And certainly a person would not know. But again, your unless they knew your birth date and they understood how decans or decadence works. But I want to explain this to you just so that you'll see, so you'll know how other people, see you. And of course, some of it is going to resonate, some of it won't resonate with you. But again, that is how powerful the sun and your ruling planets are, as well as your sub-ruling planets. And remember, the sub-ruling planets are just the enhancements, those other little sprinkles on top of the cake of all how wonderful you are. But that's what I wanted to share with you, Capricorns. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, this is Queen Amun Ra coming to you, sharing with you why aren't all Capricorns the same, and a complete breakdown of your decan. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.